Hey, Marianne DeNovellis here. Welcome back to the Six Figure Mastermind. Today we're going A to Z on how to do Facebook ads. So stay tuned and take some notes. All right, guys, now it's time to talk about those Facebook ads. You know, we use Facebook ads for everything. In fact, I work with people that spend millions of dollars a year on Facebook ads. It's because they do work if you do it right. Now, you probably have some experience with posting a Facebook ad that didn't work or that crashed and burned. Well, we're going to go through it today. We're going to go through it step by step. In fact, I want you to pull up another browser window right next to this one, wherever you're at. Pull up another browser window and we'll walk through it together. We're going to do this in a couple parts, so bear with me. The first time is going to take the longest, but as soon as you get this ball rolling, as soon as you get this figured out, it's going to be way easier. You're going to duplicate ads. You're going to do A/B split tests. It's going to be amazing. So the first thing you need to do is open up that other browser, walk through this with me, and look up. If you can't find it, go to Google and do Facebook Ad Manager, and it will bring you to this page right here. Now remember, this only works if you have a Facebook page existing already. And a Facebook page, I'll show you what this looks like. It's just a business page, and this is one that I use. I have a jewelry project that I do on the side with a friend of mine, and this is our Facebook page. Okay, so it's very, very basic. It's pretty new. There's, not a lot of traffic on it right now, but a Facebook page will be what drives your ad to the regular streams on Facebook. So make sure you have your Facebook page up and running. If you don't have one, check out our other video on how to do Facebook pages. I'll walk you through it step by step. Okay, so here's what you're going to want to do. You're on this landing page for Facebook Business. You're going to start rolling your ads. Let's create an ad. Now remember, to create an ad, you have to have a page, which is why this page thing is right up here. So make sure you've already got a page rolling before you go to the ads. Okay, you have got a lot of options here. Now this is where most people are like, put on the brakes. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what all these things mean. Most of this you don't need to worry about. So just, ignore. I don't use brand awareness or reach. I don't use most of these. Sometimes I'll do videos and things like that. But what you're going to want to do first and foremost is do conversions. Now, conversions is talking about converting people who click on your ad to go somewhere else. So you've got to have not only a Facebook page. Think of your Facebook page as the origin or the soil from which your ad will grow from. And think of your ad as the plant or the stem that comes up from the dirt or the ground. And think of your conversion as the fruit that's actually picked from that plant. So that's your sale, that's your transaction. So you've got to have a Facebook page for your groundwork. You've got to have an ad so that people can find your stuff, and then you've got to have the apple or orange or whatever you're growing at the end for the transaction to actually take place. So once you click on conversions, you're not going to worry about creating a split test. Campaign name, just give it a test name for now. You can, worry about campaign names later. We're just going to walk through the basics of this. So we're just going to do test run for our campaign name. So you can name yours whatever you want. I would name it specific to your product. So I'm going to be using the example today of some necklaces I do from Limitless Treasures right on the side. But just name it whatever fits for you. So I'll name it test run oil necklaces. Okay, no big deal, and no one's going to see it, just you. So go ahead and click continue. Okay, this is the fun part. This is your dashboard. Dashboards are super fun because you got this little meter over here that's going to tell you how specific and broad your target is. Right now I've got 78 million people. That's too broad, okay? And I'm sure not 78 million people are looking exactly for what I have to offer. And since you're going to pay for every click that happens on your ad, you want to make sure it gets in front of the right people. Right below there, you're going to have a daily estimated results reach, okay? This right in here is going to say, oh, I've got it between 400 and 2,400. Okay, good to know. As you go through this conversion, as you go through especially your audience, these numbers will flux and they will change. If it gets over here in the too specific, that means you've lost your audience. If it gets over here in the too broad area, again, you've lost your audience. You want to be right around here, just a little left of center on the audience size, okay? So I'm going for about, I don't know, 5 to 55 million, depending on where that needle is. All right, let's get started. If you've got a website that you're converting to, let's say you're going to a Shopify site or a YouTube or whatever it is, you're going to put that right in there. So I would say I've got a pixel pre-existing for a Shopify site that I use, so I can click on that pixel and use that. All right, but don't worry about that. This is a general ad instruction. So if you have a Shopify site or YouTube, put it in there. If not, don't worry about it. We're just gonna walk through the basics, all right? Custom audiences. This is super, super fun. We're gonna start out with this box right here. And this is where we can get super specific. Remember, we need to know more about our audience, and check out our other videos on how to find your target audiences, because this is where it counts. Because your audience is going to have different behaviors. They're going to be doing different things. They're going to be, shopping at different places, or maybe they're male or female or a certain age range. All of those things you're going to need to know, and this is why. Okay, so we've got add custom audiences or lookalike audiences. We're going to start with create new. We're going to create a custom audience. Let's say people, we've got a couple options here. We've got customer file. This is basically customer profile, people that match your profile on Facebook, people that match that ideal client on Facebook. That's one you can use. You can also use website traffic. So if you've got a pixel downloaded on your website that you can put into the HTML code, you can use that to advertise this specific ad. So the people that have visited your website from their IP address will see this ad since they've already been to your website before. That's useful if you've already done this and up and running, but not if you've never done targeting before. So I would do a customer file first. Okay, you can add customers from your own file, import from MailChimp, or you can use LTV for performing better lookalikes. Okay, this is a new one. Okay, you can also go back if you are doing it from your website and just click on this website traffic, all right? Offline activity, app activity, there's so many ways to find people, you've got to know. So let's just do website traffic for this example. I'll use my previous pixel that I've got downloaded on my Shopify site. This is going to go to all website visitors who've been to my website in the last 30 days. So they're going to see this, all right? Then I'm going to name my audience. So naming your audience is super, super important, because the more ads you do, the more analytics you're going to have to track. So let's name our audience. Again, this is not something that Facebook is going to see, not something that your audience is going to see. This is just for you. So this audience, I'm going to say 7 day, and D for day, you can shorten it however you want. Let's actually type it out for your benefit. 7 day female, 18 to 45, and let's add another demographic in there, USA. All right, this is very general. You can get more specific if you want, but at least you'll have a name. We'll create an audience. Okay, done. Okay, cool. So you can see up here, I've got the name for my audience, 7 day female, 18 to 45, USA. Now let's get into the nitty-gritties of how this works. All right, cool. We've got the United States. Don't need to include any other locations because I don't ship to any other locations. Really wouldn't make any sense to add them in there. But I've got my age range, so I can do between 18 and any number, basically. 18 and 45 is what I put down, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, 1845, I also put female, so we're going to put women there for our target audience. You see this needle over here? It's kind of moving around a little bit. It's moving to center. I kind of want it to be over here in this area. Okay, languages, I'm going to say English because my website is in English. Makes sense. If I can spell English, there we go. Speak it, can't spell it. All right, here we go. Detailed targeting. Now, this is the fun part. Facebook knows everything about you. Like it or not, it does. It knows what you're searching for. It knows. I'll give you an example. I was searching for a new door on a home improvement website, and I got very specific because I needed it to match everything else. So I was like 2-panel white finished mounted door, and I went to the hardware site and looked for it. I think it was Home Depot or something, and I looked for that. And then the next day, or maybe later that day, I was on Facebook, and you know what popped up in my ads? The door. I wasn't even on Facebook when I searched that, but Facebook does put something on your computer and on your browser called cookies. And these cookies, they're, if you've never heard of them, they're not the, chocolate chip variety. Don't shove them in your hard drive or anything, but they are little pieces of information that your browser will save and then give to the websites that are using your browser. When you clicked on those terms and agreements to say, yeah, I want to use Facebook, you agree to that. So don't be freaked out by it. It's not necessarily a bad thing. In fact, for a business owner, it's a really good thing because it's going to help you find your audience. So we're going to find out some interests or demographics. Do you remember on our other video when we talked about finding the ideal client? We want to know what their interests are. We want to know where they're shopping. We want to know what they're doing. This is why, all right? This is totally why. So let's say specifically for these necklaces that I want to sell, I know that they're oil diffuser locket necklaces. I know that they have a lava stone in them. Now I'm thinking, okay, what kind of people use this? What kind of people, would shop for this? I've already got women ages 18 to 45, but I want to know what else they're interested in. So obviously, if I'm doing this, I've got people that are interested in diffusing essential oils because that's what the necklace is for. So I'm going to look up essential oils. Okay. Now I've got lots of different options here. Now one thing you're going to want to make sure of is watching these numbers right over on this side. These numbers are going to tell you whether it's a good thing to click on or not. If it gets down to these tens of thousands numbers, I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't click on that. That's just too specific. And here's why. You've got doTERRA essential oils employers. Maybe that's not really my target audience. I'm not necessarily going to only attract the employers of the doTERRA essential oils. But check this out. I moved down to interests. Boom. I've got 1 million interests right here. It's Young Living. Don't care. It's essential oil. That's what I want. Let's check this one out. 66,000. Again, we're looking at employers, not what I'm looking for. Essential oil interest, 44 million. That's a good number for me, so I would click on that one. Essential Oil University, Essential Oil Education. Again, these are not really high. I would avoid those. The Essential Oil Company, whoa, 5,000. Not interested, okay? Daily Essential Oil Tips, again, 7,000, not really interested. But there were two that stuck out to me. The first one is these Young Living Essential Oils, and the second one is this Essential Oil Interest. So I'm definitely going to click on those. So click on one, go back, and find the other. Okay, here we go. We had that 1 million one right in here, Young Living Essential Oils. Okay, I also know of other essential oil companies like doTERRA, so I'm going to type that in. doTERRA essential oils. Again, we've got employers, but look, interests, 2 million. That's a good one, so I would click on that. So I would go through here, and I would get between 3 and 5 different targets for your interest. Whether it's doTERRA or essential oil, or for your product, maybe you're selling baby products. So I would go to moms. I would go to moms of young infants. I would go to what are they looking for? People that buy diapers buy baby products, so I would put in diapers in there. The fun thing is, let's think about if you were a coach or a public speaker. What does your content kind of reflect? Is Tony Robbins like an idol for you? Is he doing public speaking too? You can search. Check this out. I can search in here for Tony Robbins. So I can target all of the people that are also being targeted for Tony Robbins. This is where the competition goes out the window. You're getting help from this guy, right? So I've got 22 million people here. I've got 4,000 people here. This is a page, very exclusive. I'm not going to worry about that one. Okay, breakthrough with Tony, 84 people. Nope, not going to use that one. So again, whatever you're trying to market for, whether you're trying to market for an event, whether you're trying to sell a product, know your audience, know what they're interested in, and use those interests to build your client base. All right, let's scroll down a little bit. We've got connections, add a connection type. You can also add people who have liked your page or friends of people who have liked your page. You can go ahead and add that in. And I would add the page, obviously, Limitless Treasures, because that's what we're doing. Okay. And you can add another page too. If you've got multiple pages that have the same topic, or that people would be interested in what you're doing in other areas, add them in. Totally good. Okay, then you can go in and save this audience. Boom. Okay, I'm going to say, check it out. Make sure, okay, audience name. I'm going to change that audience name because that's just me, and it's not what you want to have in there. So I would say 7-day female, 18 to 45, USA. Now, if I were going to do a duplicate of this audience, I would only change one variable. Maybe I would change the duration of the ad. Maybe I would change the male or female. Maybe I would change the age group. And if you're going to add specifics, I could even add doTERRA, essential oils, whatever I typed in for my interests, so I have a very clear understanding of exactly who I'm targeting. I can save that audience. Boom, it's done. Okay, let's go ahead and get down. We've got that audience saved. Okay, now let's go down to placements. Now, most people will click on Facebook ads through their desktop, not through their mobile device. All right, so have it desktop only. That's where most people do their shopping. Usually people don't shop on their phone. Think about when people use their phones. They're using them when they're out and about. They're using them when they're at work, or they're using them when they're out with their friends. Not usually shopping. Sometimes that happens, but usually people are buying things on their desktop computers. So just click desktop, make sure that you've got that. You can give you a little preview of what things are going to look like in this right column right over here. Suggested videos, right column, in stream, you know, whatever it happens to be. Don't worry about Instagram, don't worry about your audience network, don't worry about Messenger. See, most of this you don't need to worry about. You just need a filter in what you need to pay attention to. Okay, cool. So we've got good, this needle is looking good over here. Now we need to do a daily budget. My suggestion is this: consider your marketing budget as it is right now. Put your marketing budget in and test it out for a week. Then go back in and make any tweaks or adjustments that you need. But give it a good solid week and make sure your ad's at least 7 days long. And have that running and see where you need to make adjustments and lower some bids. Bids are how much you're going to pay per click on those Facebook ads. So you're going to pay every time someone clicks on your Facebook ads, so you want to make sure it's a really high quality lead. That's why you have a good budget on there for those clicks. Okay, your conversion window, remember I said this is a 7-day ad, so I've got 7 days right here to click or one view. Bid amount is automatic. Facebook will do the algorithm for you, or you can set it to manual. You can determine your own cost per conversion, and you can change that. I like to try automatic and then switch it over to manual and change it up later. Okay, when you get charged with an impression, that's FYI, any impressions you're going to get charged. And remember, you're not going to go over your daily budget, so don't worry about that. And then I got your ad scheduling and your delivery type, okay? There's more you need to know about Facebook ads. Check out our other video for part 2 on what to look for, and let's get that ad pushed out the door. Okay, that's a lot of content to cover, so if you feel like we missed anything and if you have any further questions, post them in the comments. We'll make another video about it and get back to you on those awesome Facebook ads.